Dear student, in this module, we'll talk about gymnosperms. Gymnosperms are found in cold climatic conditions. In India, they are found in Himalayan ranges. They are plants which have needle-like leaves. When we talk about the seed advantages, these seed plants don't depend on water for the process of fertilization. The pollens they spread by wind or animals, that is, anemophily or entomophily, by insects even. When we talk about the seed habit, the precursor were the pteridophytes, and the gametophyte, it requires water for fertilization. Therefore, during the process of evolution, it got reduced and the dominant phase became the sporophyte, which is diploid in nature. The gametophyte requires water for fertilization. Talking about seed advantages, seed plants don't depend on water to reproduce. Pollen could spread by wind in animals. Embryo development takes place. When the fusion takes place, fertilization, it results in the formation of zygote which develops into embryo. The embryo gets nourishment from the endosperm, and it forms a hard protective layer around the body of the seed, which is referred to as the seed coat. It could be of two types, that is testa or tegmen. So seed habit is an advantageous character or trait which developed in the plant during the course of the process of evolution. Seeds allow for better dispersal as they could be carried by any agents. It could be wind, that is anemophily, by water, that is hydrophily. It could be by insects, that is entomophilous. It could be by birds, that is ornithophilous. So seeds, they could be carried by the animals like the hummingbird. It's the smallest bird and it can facilitate the process of pollination. So the seed habit is advantageous as it is protected by a protective coat, and the dispersal, it could be carried out by various agents. So talking about the gymnosperms, they are heterosporous. That means they produce microspores and megaspores. The microspores, they are produced within the microsporangium, whereas the megaspores are produced within the megasporangium. And these seeds, they are carried by the wind, by water, or by animals. They are produced in specialized structures which are referred to as the microsporophyll or the megasporophyll. Now, when we talk about the furthermore, the seeds, as we discussed, that they have also got wings, as can be seen in the diagrammatic representation. So the seeds, when they have wing, that helps in better dispersal. So the megasporophyll, they form the female cone, and the microsporophyll, they form the male cone. So the pollination could take place by any agents. Now when we talk about the seed producing plants and the plants which have got the vasculature or the which have the xylem and phloem as the conducting vessels, they are the gymnosperms and the angiosperms. In case of gymnosperms, the reproductive structure is the cone, as can be seen in the diagram over here. Whereas when we talk about in case of angiosperms, the reproductive structure is the flower. Talking about gymnosperms, seed producing vascular plant, they have needle like leaf so as to reduce the water loss through transpiration. They've also got sunken stomata so that water loss could be prevented. In some case, we may find simple or compound leaves, but then these pinnate leaves, they persist for many years and they are basically used in lumber industry. In conifers, basically the leaves are needle shaped. They have thick cuticle and they've got sunken stomata. As discussed, they've got well-developed vascular system. Xylem don't have vessels and phloem don't have companion cells. But then there are some exceptions to it, like Netem ephedra. talking about the reproductive structure, that is the cone, we could see that here the male cone and the female cone, they are depicted in the diagram. So the male cone, that's the strobili, and the female cone, that's the female strobili, they'll produce the megaspores and the microspores. That means they'll produce the male reproductive organ, that is the pollen, and the female reproductive organ, that is the egg, which undergo fertilization so as to produce zygote, which will develop into embryo. So these cone, they could either be present on the same plant or they could be present on different plant. If both male cone and female cone are present in same plant, the example like pinus, or different plants like cycas. Now, after fertilization, when zygote is formed, the zygote will develop into seed. And these seeds, they are protected inside the cones. When we talk about gymnosperms, they come under the category of vascular plants, vascular phanerogams, which depict the visible marriage. Example includes the various plants like cycas, cedar, sequoia, that's the tallest redwood tree. So one example here is of the cycas. Talking about the cycles, they have got different plants which produce the male and the female cone. They also occur in symbiotic association with the cyanobacteria. The other examples of gymnosperms include ginkgo, that is one example of a gymnosperm. Many other examples are like pinus, neem, ephedra. These are a few examples. Conifers, they're basically the gymnosperm, they are found in colder climatic conditions. But then ephedra, it is found in warm climatic condition. Ephedra is found in Rajasthan. So basically, when we see these plants, that is the gymnosperms, conifers or cycads or ginkgo, they are basically cedrus, they are basically restricted to colder climatic conditions. The pollen grain in case of gymnosperm, that's the male gametophyte, whereas when we talk about the female gametophyte, that is the egg. The female gametophyte is retained within the megasporangium. So here, this is a diagrammatic or pictorial view of the gymnosperms. In case of bryophytes and pteridophytes, the male and the female gametophyte have an independent, free living existence. But in gymnosperms and angiosperms, the gametophyte do not have independent existence. And thus this is a sporophyte, and it will grow in the forest to form, it will mature and form the adult sporophyte. Hopefully you must have understood the concepts. Thank you.